Hello, welcome to the second week of September. Now, last week we talked about having a plan and implementing a plan. So my question to you is, did you write one? Or did you revise the one you already had? I hope so. This week we're going to talk about we had the plan, now we're moving into execution of the plan. Okay? This time is when you'll find out really who you are. The execution of the plan is probably the hardest thing to do when you have a plan. This is where you'll feel like that scene from Star Wars, where you're the good guy going through that really narrow tunnel, and all the bad people are shooting at you, poo, 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 and whatever's happening, and you're going left and you're right, when you're really trying to focus on this small little hole, and you're trying to get through, and everybody's coming at you. That's the execution part, because the giving up is easy. Now, the narrow path is being your focused plan, and the bad guys being all the people and things around you that get you off your plan. The execution piece is where you really find out if sales is really what you want to be. Why? Because it's not easy. The execution is the tough part that takes the time and the implementation to do so. So let me explain. You wrote down some awesome plans. You were excited about it. You were very detailed when you wrote it. You visualized the success. You heard all the people around you saying, yes, 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 I'll buy for you. Yes, absolutely. And the first call that someone said no, hang up, slam the door, you felt like it all fell apart. And this is not what you expected, because you expected all these great things to happen. So the doubt sets in. You start taking and talking to people, and you start hearing things around you, and they're all saying how bad it is. So sometimes you buy into it, and you ease up on your plan, or you just give up on it. Or you feel like you just didn't give it enough time to get the results. Because in your mind, you wrote it down a plan, it was all going to happen now. Human nature is we want it now. So the question is how do we stay on track to our execution? What things can we do specifically right now to stay on track to our execution? Well, first let me explain this. You need to cut off all the negative people that are in your world. Okay, that's harsh. So if you don't want to cut them off, it's time to tell them that their opinions affect you. They affect you, and you have to let them know that, hey, you know what? Your opinion sometimes, and hearing what you have to say, affects my job and my life. But most of all, it gets me no closer to my goal by hearing all that stuff in my life. Maybe it'll help them stop being the way they are. Second, some of the best experiences of your life is when it wasn't expected. Let me say that again. Some of the best experiences in your life is when it wasn't expected. So when you're getting overly frustrated, remember, it's not going to be as you visioned all the time. Life is rough. Things don't always go your way. But the way and the path they go is a different path. It's a different path for experience and learning and development for your life. How boring would your life be if the same thing happened over and over? Okay? You're going to lose deals. Systems are not going to be perfect. It doesn't always go as you planned. You've got to make the best of it and see how it comes out. You really want to have some fun with this? Do this. Next time your plane is delayed or is canceled, walk around, talk to some people, figure out maybe there's a great person that's wanting to talk to you about whatever it might be. I've had some flights that were delayed. I traveled, they were delayed and they were canceled. It gave me a chance to walk around small towns that I would have never seen in my whole life. That experience happened because it wasn't expected. It didn't go as I planned. I had plans when I arrived where I was. Someone's picking me up and everything. But it was a wonderful experience that I had in my life that I would never experience in this small town. I got to meet some fabulous people. Next time someone stood up for a date at a bar or whatever it might be, I bet there's somewhere where that experience will not be what you expected, but that story from that experience will be tenfold. So again, some of the best experiences in your life is what wasn't expected. So stop expecting it to be perfect, because it's not going to always go perfect. You just have to look at the things and the experiences, how the development in your life will take place. Third, once you learn to quit, it becomes a habit. Let me say that again. Once you learn to quit, it becomes a habit. The first day you stop a plan, or you say, I'll do it tomorrow, it gets easier and easier and easier not to do it over again. All the things in your life happen for a reason. There's no doubt I believe that, and some of you believe that as well. Life doesn't get easier and easier and easier, but as soon as you quit doing something, it will stop and get easier and easier to quit ever doing it again. Okay? Let me ask you this. Would you allow your kids or even children around you to quit doing something? I have children, and I bet if my children came to me and said, you know what, Dad, it is difficult. This spelling is difficult. I have a test tomorrow, and it's difficult. I just don't want to do it. Can you imagine if I allowed them and said to them, you know what, no big deal. Spelling's not important in life. You don't need it. Forget it. Math's not important. You know, just forget it. Mediocre is okay. That's not acceptable. Trust me, the spelling part is not acceptable. Okay? So, all these things that can happen and all the things that go on, it'll get easier if you compromise it just the first time. Now, in all this that I'm saying, this is kind of something I just thought of. About a year ago, most of you, I heard from a lot of people and they were living their life from the law of attraction. The Secret, everybody remembers The Secret. The book, the DVD was on everybody's mind. It was a must-see, a must-read. People had parties to make sure that people watched The Secret, that they could live their life this way. A lot of people have been living their life this way for a long time. So for a period of time, we were all in a great place. We were willing that great parking space. We were willing great things to happen. We were attracting all these wonderful things in our life. We were taking illnesses that we thought other people had, and we were attracting positive things. Now, as time has went by, not some great positive things have happened in your life. Okay? I will tell you this. In the real estate market, all I keep hearing about is the meltdown, the mortgage implosion, the sky is falling. Why me right now, especially in sales? So can I ask a question? So what happened to The Secret? Did it become a secret for you again? Because I can tell you there was a lot of people and a lot of places saying that this is a life-changing experience. But when I just said when it becomes easier to quit, it becomes easier and easier, that's what happens. We are so in the now as human beings. We so understand that right now we want it all. And all the abundance and all the law of attraction. But when it didn't attract to us quick enough, we kind of gave up. And that's not acceptable. Hey, I know the execution part of the plan is not easy. It really takes the right person to focus on it. And this will really show you how bad that you want it. Anyone can quit, but the committed stay committed. Say that again. The committed stay committed. So the question being, where are you on your plan? Where are you on your executing the plan? Have you given it enough time, or have you given up and tried something else because you think it's too difficult? My question is on the execution, are you ready?